danger, the greater therefore should our courage be. Good morrow, Brother York. Our bad neighbors makes us early stirs, which is both healthful and good husbandry. Good morrow, old Sir Thomas Erpingham. A good soft pillow for that good white head were better than a churlish for France.
Not so, my liege. This lodging likes me better. Since I may say no lie, I like a king.
'Tis good for men to love their present pains upon example, so the spirit is eased, and when the mind is quickened out of doubt, the organs, though defunct and dead before, break up their drowsy grave and newly move with casted slough and fresh legerity. Lend me that cloak, Sir Thomas. Brothers both, commend me to the princes in our camp. Do my good morrow unto them, and anon desire them all to my pavilion.
We shall, my liege.
Shall I attend you, my grace?
No, my good knight. Go with my brothers to my lords of England. I in my bosom must debate a while, and then I would no other company.
The Lords in heaven bless thee, noble Harry.
God have mercy, old heart, thou speakest cheerfully.
Chamberslaw,
A friend.
discuss unto me. Art thou officer, or art thou base, common, and popular?
I am a gentleman of a company. What are you?
As good a gentleman as the emperor.
Then you are better than the king.
The king's a bark again a heart of gold. A lad of life, an imp of fame, of parents good, a fist most valiant. Oh, I kiss his dirty shoe. For by my heartstring I do love the lovely bully. Yeah. What is your name?
Harry. Leroy.
Leroy. A Cornish name. Art thou of Cornish crew?
No, I am a Welshman.
Knowest thou Fluellen?
Yes.
Tell him I'll knock his leek about his pate on St. David's Day.
Do not you wear your dagger in your cap that day, lest he knock that about yours.
Are you his friend?
And his kinsman, too.
The feet go for thee, then.
I thank you. God be with you.
The name is Pistol Colt.
Such well with your business.
Captain Fluellen.
So, in the name of Jesus Christ, speak lower. It is the greatest aberration in the universal world when the true and ancient prerogatives and laws of the wars is not kept. If you would take the pains but to examine the wars of Pompey the Great, I warrant you shall find there is no tittle-tattle, no pibble-pebble in Pompey's camp.
Why? The enemy is loud. You can hear them all night.
If the enemy is an ass and a fool and a prating coxcomb, is it meet, think you, that we should also be, look you, an ass and a fool and a prating coxcomb in your own conscience now?
I will speak lower.
I pray you and beseech you that you will.
It would appear a little out of fashion. There is much care and valor in this Welshman.
The John Bates. It's not for the morning which breaks yonder.
I think it be, but we have no great cause to desire the approach of day.
We see yonder the beginning of the day, but I think we shall never see the end of it. Who goes there?
A friend.
Under what captain serve you?
Mr. Thomas Erpingham.
Good old commander and a most kind gentleman. I pray you, what thinks he of our estate?
Even as men wrecked upon a sand that looked to be washed off the next tide.
He hath not told his thought to the king.
No, nor is it not meet he should. For though I speak it to you, I think the king is but a man as I am. The violet smells to him as it doth to me. His ceremonies laid by in his nakedness, he appears but a man. Therefore, his fears, out of doubt, be of the same relish as ours are. Yet in reason no man should possess him with any fear, lest he by showing it should dishearten his army.
He may show what outward courage he will, but I believe as cold a night as 'tis, he could wish himself in the Thames up to the neck. And so I would he were, and I by it. At all adventures, so we were quit here.
By my troth, I think he would not wish himself anywhere but where he is.
Then I would he were here alone, and many a poor man's life saved.
I dare say you love him not so ill to wish him here alone. Methinks I could not die anywhere so content as in the king's company, his cause being just and his quarrel honorable.
That's more than we know.
Aye, or more than we should seek after. For we know enough if we know we are the king's men. For his cause being wrong, our honor to him wipes the crime of it out of us.
If the cause be not good, then that king hath a heavy reckoning to make. When all those legs and arms and heads all chopped off in battle shall all come together at the latter day and cry, "Oh, we died at such a place." Some swearing, some crying for a surgeon, some upon their wives left raw behind them, some upon the debts they owe, some upon their children rawly left. I fear there are few that die well in a battle. And if they don't die well, then it'll be a black matter for the king that led them to it, whom to disobey is against all proportionate subjection.
So, if a son that is by his father sent about merchandise do sinfully miscarry upon the sea, the imputation of his wickedness by your rule should be imposed upon the father that sent him? Or if a servant, under his master's command, transporting a sum of money, be assailed by many robbers and die in many irreconciled iniquities, you may call the business of the master the author of the servant's damnation? But this is not so. The king's not bound to answer the particular endings of his soldiers, the father of his son, or the master of his servant. And they purpose not their death when they purpose their services. Besides, there is no king, be his cause never so spotless, if it come to the arbitrament of swords, can try it out with all unspotted soldiers, and some peradventure have on them the guilt of murder, some of beguiling virgins, some making the wars their bulwark that have before gored the gentle bosom of peace with pillage and robbery. Now if these men can outstrip men, they have no wings to fly from God. War is his beetle, war is vengeance. No more is the king guilty of their damnation than he was before guilty of those impieties. Every subject's duty is the king's, but every subject's soul is his own. Therefore should every soldier in the wars do as every sick man in his bed, wash every mote out of his conscience, and dying so, death is to him advantage. Or not dying the time was blessedly lost wherein such preparation was gained.
'Tis certain any man that dies ill, the ill upon his own head. The king is not to answer for it.
But I do not desire he should answer for me, and yet I determined to fight lustily for him.
I myself heard the king say he would not be ransomed.
Why, he may say that to make us fight cheerfully, but when our throats are cut, he may be ransomed and we ne'er the wiser.
If I ever live to see it, I will never trust his word after.
You pay him then. That's a perilous shot out of an elder gun, that a poor and private displeasure can go against a monarch. You may as well go to turn the sun to ice with fanning in his face with a peacock's feather. You'll never trust his word after that. Come, 'tis a foolish saying.
Your reproach is something too round. I should be angry with you if the time were convenient.
Well, there'll be a quarrel between us then, if you live.
I embrace it.
How will I know thee again?
Give me any gauge of thine, and I will wear it in my bonnet. Then if ever thou darest acknowledge it, I will make it my quarrel.
Here's my glove. Give me one of thine.
There.
This will I also wear in my cap, and if ever thou comes to me again after tomorrow, and says, "This is my glove," then by this hand I will take from thee a box on the ear.
If ever I live to see it, I will challenge it.
Thou darest as well be hanged.
Well, I'll do it, though I take thee in the king's company.
Keep thy word. Fare thee well.
Be friends, English fools. Be friends. We have French quarrels enough. If you could tell how to reckon,
indeed. Upon the king, let us our lives, our souls, our careful debts, our wives, our children, and our sins lay on the king. We must bear all. Oh, hard condition, twin born with greatness. What infinite heart's ease must kings neglect that private men enjoy? And what if privates that kings have not too? Save ceremony, save general ceremony. And what art thou, now idle ceremony? Art thou aught else but place, degree, and form, creating awe and fear in other men, wherein thou art less happy being feared than they in fearing? Ah, be sick, great greatness, and bid thy ceremony give thee cure. Thinkest thou the fiery fever will go out with titles blown from adulation? Will it give place to flexure and low bending? Canst thou, when thou commandst the beggar's knee, commandst the health of it? No. Thou proud dream that playest so subtly within a king's repose. I am a king that find thee, and I know 'tis not the balm, the scepter and the ball, the sword, the mace, the crown imperial, the throne he sits on, nor the tide of pomp that beats upon the high shore of this world. No, not all these thrice gorgeous ceremony, not all these laid in bed majestical, can sleep so soundly as the wretched slave, who with a body filled and vacant mind gets him to rest, cramped with distressful bread, never sees horrid night, the child of hell, but like a lackey, from the rise to set, sweats in the eye of Phoebus, and all night sleeps in Elysium. Next day after dawn doth rise and help Hyperion to his horse, and follow so the ever-running year with profitable labor to his grave. And but for ceremony, such a wretch, winding up days with toil and nights with sleep, had the forehand and vantage of a king.
My lord, your nobles, jealous of your absence, seek through your camps to find you.
Good, my knight. Collect them all together in my tent. I'll be before thee.
I shall do it, my lord.
O God of battles, steel my soldiers' hearts. Possess them not with fear. Take from them now the sense of reckoning, if the opposed numbers pluck their hearts from them. Not today, O Lord. Oh, not today. Think not upon the fault my father made encompassing the crown. I, Richard's body, have inturned anew, and on it have bestowed more contrite tears than from it issued forced drops of blood. 500 poor I have in yearly pay, who twice a day their withered hands hold up toward heaven to pardon blood. And I've built 2 chantries where the sad and solemn priests sing still for Richard's soul. More will I do, though all that I can do is nothing worth, since that my penance comes after all, imploring pardon.
My liege.
My uncle Exeter, I know thy errand, and I will go with thee. The day, my friends, and all things, stay for me.